provision of climate finance. Last October 23, please sit down. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. We are gathered here today to celebrate a milestone in domestic provision of climate finance. Last October 23, 2023, the People's Survival Fund Board approved over 541,400,000 pesos worth of local adaptation projects. The amount and scale of approval is a testament of the President's strong leadership in climate action and steadfast advocacy and pursuit for the immediate domestic implementation of climate response. To begin our program, may we call on the Chairman of the People's Survival Fund Board, Finance Undersecretary Benjamin Jokno, to deliver his opening message and present the LGU People's Survival Fund's beneficiaries.
His Excellency, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., fellow cabinet members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. I'm pleased to report to the President a milestone achievement in the 11-year history of the People's Survival Fund. The People's Survival Fund is a transformative financing mechanism that has become the gold standard for climate solutions in the Philippines. The fund addresses climate vulnerabilities that put communities at risk, while shining a spotlight on the ingenuity of local communities in crafting nature-based climate solutions. Last October, for the first time since its creation, the PSF Board approved 5 local adaptation projects amounting to over 539 million pesos, raising the fund's utilization rate to 89%. This monumental feat was made possible by streamlining the review and approval process for project proposals. This involved maximizing technical assistance from the government and the Climate Change Commission National Panel of Technical Experts, as well as conducting capacity building activities for LGUs, led by the CCC and the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. We will fast-track the review and evaluation process further, enhance the knowledge and capacities of proponents in developing projects, and conduct third-party auditing and evaluation to ensure transparency and accountability. Looking ahead, the Board shall adopt a rolling system of approval subject to replenishment through the General Appropriations Act or grants, endowments, and contributions from organizations and partners. These decisive measures send a strong signal to the rest of the world that the Philippines is serious in its commitment to unite, act, and deliver on our climate agenda. I thank the Climate Change Commission for being a reliable partner in our efforts to make climate resilience in the Philippines a reality. But most importantly, none of this would be possible without the President's steadfast support and clear vision of a bagong Pilipinas, one that is supported by an inclusive and sustainable recovery. The success of the People's Survival Fund rests on the strength of our cooperation, from the national and local government levels all the way to civil society organizations, the academia, and our local communities. Today's ceremony is only the beginning. I look forward to the transformation these projects will bring and to countless more innovative project proposals from local government units in the Philippines. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay kayong lahat.
Meron kaming directives coming from the DNR that Sarangani province is considered as yung 24 LGUs na vulnerable to climate change.
aming bayan, ang bayan ng Lanusa po, type 2 po kami. Rain is spread throughout the year.
Climate change na. Nung dati, ang alam namin pag dadaan yung bagyo sa Samar, tatamaan kami. Anong tao hindi naniwala sa climate change? At hindi. Dinaan na namin ang experience. Kasi environment talaga yung pinaprotektahan namin.
Kaya kung titingnan ho yung sinadmit ho namin ng mga projects, patungkol ho lahat sa mga farmers yun. Kaya nag-apply ho kami dun sa People's Survival Fund. Overwhelm ho kami lahat, lalo ho ako dahil imagine mo naman, ang dami hong bayan at dito sa Central, sa Luzon, Hero na lang yung nakatanggap.
Gusto nating ma-achieve na yung tao maka-adapt sa the climate change that is happening.
Tapos na sana yung building. Ang nangyari, hindi nasahan na ganun pala kalakas yung typhoon ulit na sira yung building. Madaling naparealize hindi lang sa farmer pati sa amin kung ano yung gaano kahalaga na malaman at yung climate change.
Pero pag dumating yung project na sa PSF na patubig, halos araw-araw na kami maliligo, maglalaba. Napakalaking okay po talaga. Sobra-sobra po ang papasalamat namin sa project na ito.
Malaking bagay yung assistance coming from the national, no? Kasi matulungan ang mga LGU at saka lalo na ang barangay at saka yung mga beneficiaries natin na ma-feel nila yung importansya na binibigay ng national government.
Again, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Secretary Jokno, and for the rest of the PSF Board. At this point, we will now proceed with the presentation of the 6 signed PSF Board resolutions approving the proposed adaptation projects of the LGUs. May we request the President to lead the presentation of the resolutions to be assisted by Secretaries Jokno and Abalos and Borge. First, the Provincial Government of Mountain Province, represented by Honorable Bonifacio Lacuasan Jr. for Climate Field School for Farmers with a grant of 271,150,900 pesos. Maramag Bukidnon, represented by Honorable Jose Joel Doromal, for the project Enhancing the Climate Adaptive Capacity of Communities through establishing a disaster risk reduction management approach in the river ecosystems of Maramag Bukidnon with a grant of 126,396,491 pesos and 45 centavos. Borongan City, Eastern Samar, represented by Honorable Jose Ivan Agda, reinforcement of Luom River Flood Protection System and redevelopment for resilient communities and livelihoods with a PSF grant of 117,964,960 pesos and 92 centavos. Kabagan Isabela, Honorable Christopher Mamawag, irrigation project in Kabagan, Isabela, involving the construction of 3 solar-powered irrigation systems with a PSF grant of 21,284,225 pesos. Catanawan, Quezon, represented by Honorable Ramon Orfanel, Mangrove Rehabilitation Project with a PSF grant of 2,238,000 pesos. And Bisao, Mountain Province, represented by Honorable Brian Macwaden, building resiliency and ensuring food security through water harvesting structures with a project development grant of 2 million pesos. Thank you very much and congratulations for everyone. You may sit down. Thank you. And now may we call on Secretary of Finance Benjamin Jokno to introduce our guest of honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Thank you, Secretary Ben Jokno, for your introduction. Please take your seat. The Secretary of the Department of the Interior and Local Government, Secretary Benher Abalos, the Barangay Health Wellness Party List Representative, Angelica Natasha Ko, the board members and beneficiaries of the People's Survival Fund, fellow workers in government, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to Malacañan Palace. Today marks an extremely important and pivotal moment because this ceremony convenes the turnover of the People's Survival Fund, a testament to this government's unwavering commitment to environmental stewardship and climate resilience. I am pleased to announce a historic achievement, the approval of 5 climate change adaptation projects in various local government units, totaling 539.44 million pesos. One project development grant worth 2 million has likewise been recently approved. This milestone not only reinforces our dedication to climate adaptation, but it also signifies that for the first time, in a remarkably short period, the PSF Board has approved projects of such magnitude. The PSF and the projects it funds will serve as a safeguard as we adapt to climate change and mitigate its effects. We can proudly say that the Philippines is a trailblazer in domestic climate finance for adaptation, showcasing our nation's commitment to global environmental responsibility. As we are set to participate, I leave for Dubai, in the UAE, tomorrow, to participate in the 28th Conference of Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, or what is more commonly known as COP28. We are once again poised to lead. We will use this platform to rally the global community and call upon nations to honor their commitments, particularly in climate financing. To the beneficiaries of the PSF, I extend my congratulations and our continuing support to all your efforts to mitigate and to adapt to the effects of climate change in our country. Your dedication to climate-related projects is noteworthy and will help boost the resilience of our people and their communities. So I urge you to ensure the successful implementation of your respective projects, understanding that your efforts contribute greatly to our collective survival. You are not alone in this effort. We in the national government are behind you and are ready to do all that we need to do and to assist you, to guide you, and so that these projects will be successful and will lead on to greater and bigger mitigation efforts for climate change effects. It is something I have always been, said that there is, during the time, since the last year and a half, it has become very, very clear that there is no discussion in government whether the sectors being discussed are health, our infrastructure, our security, any other subject, the subject of climate change is always included and always comes up. That is how important it is, and that is also the importance that we ascribe to the efforts of our local governments, our national government, to mitigate and to adapt to the climate change effects in the Philippines. We have unfortunately been determined to be one of the most vulnerable countries to the effects of climate change in the world. And so we must do our part here in the Philippines. But we must also take the lead when it comes to the global move and the global aspiration that those most vulnerable communities around the world will somehow be assisted by the developing countries when it comes to these measures to mitigate and to adapt to climate change. So I hope that the successful execution of these plans serve as an inspiration to other LGUs to strengthen our shared commitment to climate resilience. Our planet's health cannot be sacrificed for short-term gains, and therefore it is our obligation to shape a world that our children will inherit with pride. Ladies and gentlemen, let us view the challenges brought about by climate change not as burdens to be carried, but opportunities for renewal and advancement. We have been given after COVID, we have been given I would say, a almost blank page to write our future history on. And that is the opportunity that I see. It now is up to us to formulate and put together and to implement and to bring to our local communities the effects of that effort to mitigate and to adapt to climate change. Through the PSF, we can realize our dream for a sustainable and climate-resilient Philippines. We can showcase the transformative change that a united people can achieve. So once again, congratulations to our beneficiaries. Mabuhay kayong lahat. Maraming salamat sa pagkabahagi ninyo ng bagong Pilipinas. Maraming salamat sa inyo at magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this point, may we request the President to grant us a photo opportunity. May we request the Governor and Mayors of the 6 LGUs together with the members of the board and Congressman Ko to please proceed in front. Thank you very much. We would like to call the PSF Secretariat and the alternate members of the board to please join the President.
Thank you very much. That concludes our program, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.